Hey everyone, Greta here. Today I'll be sharing with you how to do the transition from PINCHA, the feather peacock shape, all the way to baby crow. Now since this is a transition, it will be great if you are fluent in both ends. I have already done a tutorial on PINCHA and I've included somewhere down there. As for baby crow, I've never done a tutorial before, but it should be relatively simple. So if you know crow, just drop your forearms down, stick your knees into the armpits and lift up, and that's your baby crow. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna do it right now. So if you are unfamiliar with both ends, it will be great to make yourself really comfortable with both ends before you connect the two together. Okay, so quickly doing a tutorial on how to do the baby crow. So, to adjust my mic. Okay, so you're on your forearms, right? And then just lift your knees up, stick them into the armpits, lean and lift. And that's basically it. It feels super awkward because you're very low to the ground, but that's just baby crow. All right, so make sure you are comfortable with it. So there are actually quite a few tutorials on how to do this transition with the face facing the wall. Like they just kind of glide down, and I've taught it that way as well before in real person workshops. But this tutorial is just to show you if you want to move away from the wall or if your back is against the wall, how do you get that transition? Because if you're facing the wall, it's a lot more simpler because you're gliding your feet all the way down, you bend your knees and you just stick your knees into the armpits. But then there are a few checkpoints that you need to nail before you can successfully do the transition on your own. So the checkpoints are, of course, you have to find your PINCHA first, right? First checkpoint is a tuck, it's a loose tuck. So your knees are kind of parallel to the mat. And then the second checkpoint is the closed tuck, where your thighs are really close to the belly. And then you need to aim the knee into the armpits to get into your baby crow. If you aim it any further down, you won't be able to get it because if you aim for anything lower, then your knees are just gonna fall. Okay, you wanna really stick it into the armpit. So even when you are not landing on the armpits, you still have the intention, so the hips remain lifted. So let's check this out. I think I'll remove my mic because it just gets in the way. So hopefully you can hear me. Okay, so let's check this out. Hopefully you can hear me fine. I think it'll be okay. So the camera's gonna cut my legs off, but I don't think that's too much of a problem because when I tuck, I think you would still see my full body. All right, okay, so here we go. Go up into a PINCHA. And then first checkpoint, bend your knees. So your knees are kind of parallel to the floor, and then close tuck, thighs to the belly. And then your knees into the armpits, keep the hips high, lean forward, lean forward, lean forward, and you land. I have to talk softly now. So when you are shifting from a closed tuck to landing your knees into the armpits, you need to shift the entire body forward. Well, all this time your triceps are working their hats off just to keep that base strong, keep that solidity, keep that firmness of the base so that you don't crash land. And pull the heels right into your butt. If your feet are dropping down, again, it will drag you down. So that's it. Again, 3 very important checkpoints that you must get into, okay, for you to have a smooth transition. If not, you might be just free falling, maybe just praying to the universe, hoping that you get the transition. Okay, so spend some time, find those 3 checkpoints, and then it will be very, very smooth a movement for you. So hopefully that helps. If you are working on Karadavasana, the duck pose with the legs in lotus and then coming down with your knees into the armpits, it's exactly the same. Okay, but I've decided to do it in baby crow because I think it's a little bit more accessible for people to do from PINCHA to baby crow than from PINCHA doing your legs crossed in lotus and then folding down. Okay, the concept is exactly the same. The checkpoints are the same. The only difference are the your legs. So like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And if you'd like to practice with me, I do teach online and in person. So drop me a message and I'll get back to you ASAP. Take it easy.